But I just am.
What's up, everyone?
We're on already.
We're on, dude.
So fast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to ART Art Rhythm Technic. My name is Rafi Dean.
And I'm Jason Itchi.
And welcome to another edition of our program here live on Twitch. Shout out to SG Community Radio for having us here for our monthly show.
Yeah, that's right. The show will be on every last Wednesday of the month.
That's right.
From 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And also, we would like to let you know that ART stands for Art, Rhythm and
Technic.
Yes, it's something that we will share with you more on art, what's the trendy arts-related stuff, design stuff, music, and that's in our case, whatever is in currently even playing right now.
Yep. So we always have some discussions. The last time we had some talks about some design work, some artwork, and also some music. So today,
wait, still got last part, Technic, and we have some tech talks regarding about gears. And the last show that if you happen to saw us on the last show, we had gear reviews, and we also have guest interviews. Talking about creative ideas, how do we actually get into the field if we really want to be involved into the music scene or even the local scene, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So today, of course, just would like to do a quick run through and run down what you're going to expect. We will be showing you for the first segment. We'll be sharing with you some chit chat, what's going to happen for this week and the coming month, and of course back into the music. And then part 2 of the show will be coming chit chat again, and then back to music, and then we'll wrap up the entire night, right?
That's right.
But tonight we have a special guest.
Special guest.
Special guest is somewhere lah.
Special guest is
Somewhere. Later will appear.
Will be introduced in a bit. In a bit
time. So for now, what we're going to introduce to you is talking about Art Week.
Yeah, so this week in Singapore, for those of you who are watching us in Singapore, we are having our Singapore Art Week that started just this week, right? Obviously, Singapore Art Week start this week.
22nd to 30th of January.
That's right. For the whole of this week, the whole island will be filled with events, exhibitions, special online specials, exhibition, virtual events, and panel discussions and all that kind of stuff. So it's quite a happening week. It's a good time of the year as well, where we see a lot of happenings happening in town, because it's been very quiet in 2020, right?
Yeah.
So at least 2021, it kind of picks up a little bit, which is quite nice.
Yeah. Hopefully this year things will start picking up and everybody can, get together. But do still bear in mind to keep a safe distance, because Chinese New Year is coming soon. Still again, do listen to our leaders' advice. Keep to the minimum, capacity when you're visiting your family members and friends. Do take good care of yourself. That's the most important thing. And especially if you decided to go and visit any of the venue for this Singapore Art Week, do mask up properly, do drink up, hydrate yourself, because I received the news saying that this few days the weather a bit bonkers. Sunny, very hot, and sunny will be raining and then getting very cold. Just take good care of yourself, I would say that, right?
Keep healthy for yourself and your family.
Pump up with some vitamin C, all good. So we're going to show you the website. If you would like to find out more information about Singapore Art Week, you actually can.
Let's put on
Delight. And where would that be? Let us show you the map to this particular venues. There are actually a couple of venues.
So if you head down to the front of National Gallery, the big projection that we are going to see. So this is part of the Singapore Art Week as well, organized by National Gallery. It's called Light to Night Festival. So you can check out their website, which is nationalgallery.sg/light to night. Right. So over there you can see this huge map. Right. So like it's in front of the gallery building. If you click on that, they'll show you what is the special events going on there. And the big projection that is happening there is called Art Skins. So this is quite a huge one where they literally wrap the entire facade of the building in a lot of massive lighting projections.
Oh my God.
So this is pretty cool. I've seen some clips already for some of my friends who worked on the project.
Rafi, you need to do the beginning again.
Oh.
I forgot to route the audio.
Oh no.
Beginning.
Okay. Rewind.
Right to the beginning of Singapore.
All right. Mr. Darren Dubwise, shout out for making me rewind everything.
Okay, never mind. I mean, it's a good thing that we are kind of like, we are family. Yeah, no grudges shall be hold within this 5 seconds.
I can't remember what I said.
But anyway, okay, let me help you to start off. This week, from starting from last week, 22nd January to 30th January is a very, very interesting week for Singapore because it's a Singapore Art Week.
That's right.
And then the inclusive of shows all around the Singapore island. And then just now I stumbled upon this particular shows that follows a particular bus number route.
That's the...
And of course, is the Art Week is, I would say, spread almost across the entire island because it consists of Gillman Barracks.
Gillman Barracks and the Tanjong Pagar District Park area.
That's right. And then at the same time, Padang Field. If you do not know where's Padang Field, that is definitely right smack in front of National Gallery. The nearest MRT will be City Hall.
That's right. So it's like I was just telling you guys earlier, but you couldn't hear me because I was in the Matrix. Right? So if you want to find out about the Light to Night Festival, which is happening right now all over town, right? So we have the National Gallery's Light to Night Festival, right? So on the website, you can head down nationalgallery.sg/light to night, right? You can see the huge map over there of all the different areas around City Hall that have these special lighting exhibits and projection mapping and stuff like that.
Definitely, this is one of my favorite. I always tend to go there. And do not worry about this. The Night to Light, the show, it not just only happens over the weekends. It's actually throughout, even on the weekday. So just if you happen to drive by or just right after work, if you're working nearby, do drop by and just take a look. It's just like, wow, it's so wonderful, beautiful.
It's absolutely free, and the best thing is in the great outdoors, right? So those of you who have been cooped up, work from home mode, right? To go out a bit, get some fresh air, right? Get some space out there. And,
that's right.
And it's nice to just have a look at what some of these artists have been doing, and some of these works take a long time to put together, right?
Yeah, and some of the works done by our friends, right?
Yeah, so I mean, like we have some of our friends like Louis Quack, also known as Intriguant, right? He did the sound design for one of these projection shows as well. So like, really shout out to all the artists who have been busy the last few months. Finally, your works are being seen by the public, right?
Yeah, and then if you had decided not to go out and head out to the public because you really want to stay safe, don't worry. Actually, the Singapore Art Week, they also have a virtual tour.
Yep.
Or even digital workshop that installed for you.
Correct. So this time, because of the whole COVID-19, no thanks to you, there's a lot of events have not thanks to COVID. You boo. Yeah, but it's so much events have been cancelled. So many live performances have been cancelled. So they have to find different avenues to to kind of celebrate some of these things, right?
Yeah.
So Art Week have put together a digital festival as well, which is happening concurrently, right? So this is called the Singapore Art Week 2021 Digital. So in this digital edition, you have some video documentaries that you can watch. You have some of these panel discussions, like the Art Week Symposium we were just talking about earlier. So the symposium is also streamed live, right? So you can join in the conversations from the comfort of your home or on the MRT with your phone.
That's right. So if you would like to find out more information, there you can just dive into this website. It's artweek.sg.
Yeah,
And
Artweek.sg has all the hyperlinks in there, so you can check out the digital exhibitions as well. And also, there's a lot of articles there, and a few of these like what you call it, like maker stuff.
Workshops?
Yeah, workshops. Yeah, they got some workshops that you can kind of sign up for as well. So it's interesting. I mean, it's a great opportunity to engage the public as well.
Yeah. If this is your first time, do check it out, because you never know, you may stumble something that you've been looking out for. Right? And then you really enjoy doing it and enjoy the entire art week, right?
Yeah. And other performances as well during this week. There are a few, right?
Yeah, there are a few. So because it's until the 30th, do make full use of the time to catch while it's still around. But some of it actually, as arts exhibition, some art performance still flows into the first week of February. So do check out the dates, and then do check out whatever is available to your own availability, right? So what are we going to share right now?
So we have a couple of the performances. If you go over to the website again, and you can search under performance, there's a whole list of stuff that is happening throughout the festival and also after. Right, so there's some stuff that are just happening concurrently.
I saw some
things
art trail,
like
right?
Yeah, there's a Aliwal tracks, right? So it's like a video series that kind of bring you around Aliwal.
And then
there's that bus stop one that you were talking about.
To be taking bus number 175. Wow, the route of the 175, individual bus stop, they might have some installation waits for you.
Yeah, so I mean, there's also plenty, like there's a jazz performance that happens all the time around in the NTU's CCA at Gilman. So there's a few of these stuff that are also listed here that you can check out.
That will be one event that will be involved in, right? Which one would that be?
I will be involved in the Cosmic Wonder. It's a exhibition by Choi Ka-fai. He's a visual artist, and there's a panel discussion that he'll be involved in at the end of this week.
Was it the mocap one?
Sorry?
Was it the mocap? No, different.
Something like that. He does some strange research about spiritual dance and mediums and things like this, and he did create a virtual game where you can kind of get into this weird spiritual realm.
That's interesting.
It's funky, but yeah. So that's Choi Ka-fai, and he's doing Cosmic Wonder exhibition, and it ends with it doesn't end, but there's a part of the festival. There's a special panel discussion that's happening this Saturday for that.
Okay. So if you're really interested in the Singapore Art Week, do check out artweek.sg for more information, and then wherever you want to go and decide it, it's very, very easy to access inside there. Without further ado, we're going to introduce our special guest for tonight. Can I have drum roll, please? None other, our dear friend sitting just right directly in front of us, and she is.
Hey!
Hi,
everybody.
Okay. Yeah, you gonna come over here? Yeah, hello.
Hi,
Very good
Tini.
evening to you, Tini.
Yes, hello.
So how are you?
I'm good.
How's your day?
Oh, don't say. Very rush.
Very rush.
Very rush.
Okay, seems like you're very, very occupied and seems to be very comfortable over your
yes,
side.
very cozy.
Yeah. So what do you have you prepared for us? It seems like a lot of things are on your.
Maybe we should ask her to introduce herself.
Yeah, no, wait.
You want to see the gadgets?
Yeah, very, very eye-catching. You know, all those.
Can we get a white shot, Darren?
Overseas.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this Launchpad Mini. Been with me for 5-6 years now. Still working.
Ooh, nice.
I'm very good at taking care of things.
Okay, you mean
Very
your
good, very
boyfriend?
good.
What?
No, okay. Anyway, your things.
And this was the first thing that I got and because of a gig in Edinburgh,
Yep.
and I needed something, and then I upgraded, sort of like added to the family the launch control.
Also Novation.
Yes, Novation, because it's portable, it's small.
They got fits in a backpack very easily. Right?
Yes, I like
Nice,
portable
nice.
stuff, so it's
Nice.
easy to carry. Yeah, so these two comes in together, and I work on Logic mostly, but when I was gigging back then, I used Ableton
Okay.
Live. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Wow,
and
that's
then my Focusrite.
Focusrite, and that is your
Yes.
audio interface, and
And the
I have the same
little
thing.
LPK
Lepeke
25.
25, I call
I
it.
also have that.
Lepeke.
too.
Lepeke.
Lepak. Lepak 25.
Yeah, so this is really portable. To me, I have to have everything that's portable because I travel.
Yeah. Okay. For those friends that are listening from overseas, lepak is a Malay word.
What is
means
it? It's kind of
chill.
like a slang that says
Yeah.
like
Chill, relax one corner.
Relax.
Yeah. Relax one corner.
Slack.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Chill.
Okay. Let's come back to our main conversation. Is that could you care to
Oh
introduce?
my god, I'm trembling already.
Yeah, okay. Introduce your name. Your name.
You want my real name?
Yes, your real name.
Alamak.
Nah, just your
My
monarchy.
IC name?
Monarchy.
My glamorous name?
Yeah, your
Glamour name.
glamour name. Glamour name.
Alright, people call me Tini because I always introduce myself as Tini because they can't pronounce my name properly.
Right.
So just Tini. And
How do you spell that?
Tini.
Tini. Teeny.
Teeny tiny.
Teeny tiny. Wow, that sounds rhymes. Yeah.
But
okay.
my name that you see on Facebook, ngstrump,
Ngstrump.
it actually means long socks.
Long socks.
And there's a story behind it because when I was a little kid, I was introduced to a lot of Swedish like kids stuff actually. So I always watched Pippi Longstrump. I think back then, when long
I
before
remember
your time, yes,
Pippi
the girl with the
Longstockings.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember my mom always sort of like forced me to watch her when she's on. I mean, it's dubbed in English, of course, and she would tie my hair like this girl, but because her hair is different and it's like it goes that way, my hair is always here. So she would really plait it like, oh.
Wow.
And she's very strong. She's very smart. Yeah, Ken. You need like what? Flour, mixture of flour and water to make it like that, or gel. Yeah. So and I like long socks. So
Hey. Do
yeah.
you still wear it in Singapore?
long socks.
Yeah.
The thin ones.
Oh,
The
thin
thin ones.
ah?
The thick ones is in Sweden now.
Okay. Oh, Sweden. Okay. Before we continue on our conversation, you have really just introduced your name. Since everybody knows you coming online this evening, would you want to say hi to your friends that are watching? I'll pass you my phone and let's see is there any names that you know.
Oh, hello to Ellen Lu Dean. Who else is here? See, laughing. She looks so familiar. You people are.
Okay, put down your mask for a while. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, up.
That was really quick.
Yeah. So
Can reach. Oh, sorry. Can reach.
Can.
Yeah, it's been a while since, like, I think it was like many years ago. I'm in front of a camera,
Right.
like donkey years.
Okay, yes, in front of the
Jurassic Park.
camera.
Jurassic
Okay.
Not that long. So.
Yeah, about your story of your past, about in front of camera. How long was that? Your very first time?
crap.
And what kind of camera was that? Are we referring
It's
to?
not this one.
Not this kind of camera. What kind of camera? The
It's
studio
a real
camera?
studio camera.
Wow, studio camera.
studio.
Would you care to share with us about your experience in front of the studio camera?
Oh my god, that was so long ago. I was 6 when it happened.
Yeah.
We have some
Photos,
clips. Right?
Photo clip, right?
Jason, you made me do this.
We found some clips of you, Tini.
Yeah, so
Oh, is this
the first newspaper clipping. That is my first debut feature on television. Can you
Wow.
find me? Can you find me?
Let me zoom in.
What?
This is a program called Tepuk Tangan.
It's a Malay
Clap,
program.
clap hands.
Clap hands.
Yeah, clap hands.
Okay. Children program.
It's a children's program.
Cool.
And there's like singing and it's edutainment program for kids. Yeah. So that was the
back
very
then, the
first.
broadcasting is SBC.
Yeah, Singapore Broadcasting Centre.
I
You see, my time one.
You as old as me.
Okay.
Jurassic. And this is the first Hari Raya. I think the first Hari Raya show that I did. This was at Botanical Gardens. And I
What's
was
on your head?
That's a flower, hibiscus. So there were like 3 flowers in this song: hibiscus, sunflower, and orchid.
Do you still remember the song?
I do.
Oh.
Could you?
Do you need a beat?
Yeah, send. I'll lower down the volume of the music. Hey, come on. Yeah.
If I get this right.
Yeah.
Anggrek itulah namanya. No, that's not mine.
It's okay. Again.
Wait.
Samula.
Cannot distorted already.
It's okay. That was a good try.
Okay, let's look into
I'm so
another
nervous.
photo. What about this?
Oh.
I know this one. Asimat Yo-Yo.
All right. Can you find me? The question is, can you find me?
Are you one of the cat?
Yes.
There was like Yo-Yo,
The first batch is Yo-Yo and Yaya.
Yo-Yo and Yaya.
And I was the second batch, Yan and Yon. So which one am I? Yan or Yon?
I
give
think
you a
Yon
prize.
I think.
Oh, the one standing down there with the head tilted.
Oh yes, that's right. So those are the ladies in the center, the producer, the script writer, Pak Mat Sentul, the floor manager, and the 2 guests, the guys at the back. Yeah, so there are a couple of people there. Yeah, so they are like the executive.
I went to school with the 3rd generation my Yo-Yo. Right, and in secondary school.
Oh.
And in poly,
Darren is nodding his head.
in poly, I was
School.
in Polytechnic, I was my classmate's sister
Yeah.
was a 2nd generation in one of the Mario series.
Wow, maybe I know her.
Yeah.
But then
I
it's so
can't
long
remember the
ago.
name now.
Okay, let's take a look at the next photo, please.
This was
What's that?
this was one of the biggest, I would say, showcase at Bedok Reservoir. I think this is back in 1985. So we had a huge. That's like my biggest concert, I would say.
Oh yeah,
Like
outdoor, right?
It's like
yes,
a
it's
rave,
out there, Bedok Reservoir. No, thankfully, it did not rain.
No, rave.
Rave.
Rave party. Yes.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
was like, that's makeup. Yeah.
Is this the same event? And
Yeah, it's the
at
same event.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So that's how we are made up, wearing costume. Yeah, that's how big it was.
Oh wow! Look at the crowd.
That's in Bedok Reservoir.
Wow, that's like
What's the writing over there on the
Mak
left
Yoyo
side?
dapat sambutan.
No, the blue color.
Oh, that's my late father's handwriting. That like sort of like date. He always writes. Yeah, he wrote date. Yeah. Like, no, I can see.
it's like 1985,
1985.
man.
Wow! To our viewers out there, 1985.
The happening year.
Some all y'alls haven't born yet.
Still swimming around in some
not even
reservoir.
swimming.
Still swimming, you know what I mean.
And
Okay, for those knows what you're doing in 1985, just drop us a message on the Facebook or Twitch to let us know what the hell you're doing during 1985, man. Were you in a primary school or in a kindergarten or secondary school? Possible.
Possible. Oh, okay. This picture, I think this is one of the greatest memories I have with the Mak Yoyo cast, because we were specially invited by the late President Wee Kim Wee to provide some sort of like entertainment to the orphanage. So they were invited to the Istana, and I had the privilege to sing with the police armed force band back then, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, and that's the late president and the first lady back then. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Got to meet the president.
Yeah. And it's not always that I don't get to go out as myself. I'm always in costume. So that was like a privilege for me.
Yeah. Because otherwise you'll always be in the
Yeah,
costume.
cat costume. Yeah.
What about this
This
article
one
about?
is I think we took a break, if I'm not wrong, or is this the finale of the season? So we invited quite a number of guests. I think one of them is Najib Ali. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he's one of in the pictures there. Oh, this was
So this is a fast forward. So
this is fast forward already.
so what happened?
Skipped a few years.
Mat Yo-Yo, and this. What happens during this period?
Then? I took O levels. Then I took a break. Decided to focus on exams and in school. So
Right.
I cut down on my activities with SBC. I did appear on like dramas and all that as well.
Drama, you acting.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have no picture because
So
that time,
drama-
there's no. Last time I got
No
handphone.
social media.
Drama queen, eh?
What?
Drama queen.
No lah.
Okay, so
So
you took a break
Yeah,
to your
took a break,
study, and then after that you come back again to the scene,
Yes.
and then you jump into singing.
This was in Poly because I was an accidental member of the Lexicon French Club. I will always say that, Didier Lam. Yeah, so I got involved with the French Club, and that was taken in one of the Fête de la Musique. I can't remember which year was that. So I get to perform during their music festivals for several years actually. Either at Alliance Française, like this picture is showing, or outdoor.
You're still active with the French school too, right?
Not really.
Not really.
Now I shift country.
Okay.
We'd like to hear a bit more about that later.
Okay, let's move on.
So this one was I would say there was a competition that was held by Alliance Française, and the winner gets to have a concert. So lucky me, I won, and this is the
Ooh.
showcase.
Nice.
So that is that bassist is my friend No, and I had a couple of other friends as well doing that. So that's me doing my number with a guitar and a very short wire cable to the guitar. Was like so I was like all right.
So music, singing, performance with Mat Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
And then after that, you took a break to focus on your studies.
Yes.
And then
But I cannot let go. I tried taking a break from doing all this crazy stuff. I died. I have to do it.
You needed a creative output.
Yes.
In your
Always. It runs in my blood.
Okay.
So
you progressed to musical.
yes. Again, thanks to my connections with the French club in Nanyang Poly back then. They were looking for cast to do a musical, Notre Dame de Paris, in both English and French. And I was very lucky to be casted as Esmeralda. And it's not easy for me personally to be casted as Esmeralda because she's beautiful and she's beautiful and she's gentle, and I'm like
Not involve the camera.
and from my experiences, acting with the television, children's program, I've always been given the role of a villain. And yes, I'm always the bad one, so I'm very good at it. So when I ended up with this role, I was like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? So I had to do a lot of research. I actually watched my producer director Nathalie Ribet and everybody around me, and watched the actual musical itself in French just to see how Esmeralda is, and then I make my own rendition.
So-
It's not easy to be like that. As you can see, ditch. That's me in the center.
In the middle. So has anyone knew you before and then watching this and after?
I have no idea. Why are you talking you?
Because has anyone the best comments that you had you playing this role?
Oh, they were surprised that I was a Muslim. Because that is a musical. There was one part. I think that scene really created some buzz with my some of the people that were there, because there's one scene where she's just sitting down facing the front, and I had no idea, even during rehearsals, I have no idea what is at the back of me, and it's actually a big cross because she's sort of like seek asylum in a church. So I had no idea there was a big cross behind me. I just do my bit, and that became like, oh, you know how sensitive some people are. To me, it's a role that I've been given, and it's my responsibility to play that role since I have been given that role. So I have to do to the best that I could, you know.
Yeah,
And
cool.
I didn't really let it bother me actually,
Okay.
because I didn't even know until like, I think this one was running for a couple of nights. It's only towards the end. Do you know why? You said, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
That's fine. I mean, in a sense, you're just doing a role,
Yeah,
right?
I'm just doing a role. Yeah.
So what's
Oh.
this? Oh, this is the
This
another
is
one.
this is, I think this like, which year was that? 2011. This is Cabaret Nights at the French Stall. This is also music. I would say a musical. It's just the three of us. So it's really at a restaurant, a bistro. So I was like going behind the kitchen.
I
you know.
remember the French store.
Yeah, they're now in Changi Village. They opened now in Changi Village.
They used to be like somewhere in Serangoon or
Yes,
something, right?
I'm so happy that
Near Mustafa, right?
Yes.
Kitchener Road there, right? Used
Last
to be a long time ago.
long time ago. I'm glad they opened back because I like the tiramisu.
Should check it
So
out.
that was it.
Oh.
This was, I think, the last performance before I said goodbye to Singapore. This is Genta Rasa. This is Kallang Theatre. And it was organized. Oh my god, I can't remember who organized
Is
it.
this still
Genta Rasa was organized by PA and Ali Muhammad, right? Is it?
This one was with Saiful Amri.
Saiful Amri, yeah.
And with Isham as the choreographer. Alamak, see? And we have, oh my god, I have his face in my head and I forgot his name. Oh my god. And we have Haryani Osman as well. It's a Malay musical. Yeah. Okay. This one is like so impromptu. So this picture is taken in Stockholm. We were just having a night out with some friends, and then we went to this bar, and this guy was singing, and I was like, just went up to him and said, "Can I play one song?" And he was like, "Okay." He just handed me the guitar, and I go like,
What are the chances?
It was so funny. He said, "Okay." And he went over and like, "Okay, this chair, I don't like high chairs. As you can see, I'm struggling because I'm smaller than the guitar." Yeah, so I just played some songs
So
over there.
it seems that you went over to Sweden
Yeah.
rather than France. I'm very, very curious. Well, out of so many countries in the world, why Sweden?
Why Sweden? Are you prepared for my answer?
Yeah.
Go for
Brace
it.
yourself. It's all because of IKEA.
So simple.
Seriously?
It's all because of IKEA.
Just move to Alexandra lah. Hello.
Yeah, Tampines also not bad, right?
Oh, Tampines also, huh? Bigger some more. Yeah.
Not the same.
So what's the story?
The story. Okay. Remember the escalator in Alexandra? Because back then, so very old. There's no Tampines yet. Okay, no Tampines yet. Just Alexandra. So when you go up the escalator, you know there's like an open space. So I think that week they were putting some books about Sweden, photography, like a lot of things about Sweden. So I just went like, oh, nice. Oh, nature. And I love nature. I really, really love nature. Okay, all right. So I just went like, how do I go there? Of course, go there. But I want to go there I want to have a more reason why I needed to be there. So when research, and then I'm like, okay, just take a 14 days break. Fly over lah. Take leave from my work back then, and then spend about 10, 12 days in Sweden. And then when I came back, I fell sick. I've never fallen sick. When I went to France with my French club, we were there for like 3-4 weeks for educational exchange program. I didn't feel that way. But with Sweden, somehow, when I went over, I came back, I felt sick. And all I could think about is just Sweden. I felt sick. I really felt that's how homesick
It's like
felt
homesick.
Yeah,
Oh, that
I
kind
felt
of-
very connected when I was there because I think I was early for my train to meet my good friend. So went round. So I saw things like, hey, I grew up with this, and you're all alone by yourself, no poor thing, hey, I grew up with this. Okay, nobody. I grew up with this. Yeah, so I try to find a way. How do I want to spend longer time in Stockholm. So I went to look for language class. I think that's one of the first thing that you need to know, language. I mean, in Europe, it's best that you know their language. So when you go around, you can easily maneuver.
Right.
But it was not easy at that time because there's none in Singapore itself. So I had to go online. So I was like, okay, found something really cool. And if I want, it's like if I were to take this course, I would have a teacher on Skype. And it costs as much as going there, maybe a little bit more, just to go to school and be immersed. So that's what I did. I packed my stuff, go there.
Interesting.
Respect.
Yeah. And then, the story goes on. I came back again, fell sick. I said, no, this time I really need to find a way to be there.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you managed to get yourself a PR?
Do I need to say it on here? You
No, you don't.
No,
you
no,
want
you
to find out? You
No,
can
no.
come and talk to me.
Okay. So let's take a look some more. Any more of your
Oh,
photos?
this is taken when we were doing one of my music video. It's called La Vida Loca. It's on YouTube. So this is at a garage. That's in the center. That's Isabella. I stay with her. And on the right is Emily.
Is that Isabella the one that is crazy about speakers?
Yeah, she got lots of speakers in her. Yeah. She's also a music producer.
So-
Isa!
Isabella, I've been told that you love speakers.
Yes. You would love to be in her studio.
I'd
She
like
has-
to check that out.
Yeah. And this is in one of the recording studio. At the back there, right at the corner to the left, that is Eric. He's from Foghorn Lonesome. And
At the back?
as a collaboration, the center is Thomas. He's a
Okay.
producer, so he's the one on the left.
Okay.
So we collaborated together, and the song that we did together is Nightingale. It's on SoundCloud, and he is amazing. He is talented. Just the word talented is just very big. He's amazing. He's amazing. Brilliant person. Brilliant. Very talented.
And how do you get into the whole music production kind of a
Ooh.
angle? Because I mean, you started with acting and doing music performance, and then into production. So I'm interested to know
the
how
transition,
Yeah,
is it?
how did you kind of stumble into that, or do you plan to go into that?
I think it. I don't know. It's very hard to say because it felt like this is where I should be. I've always liked acting, singing, dancing. I think dancing koyak already lah. Crack.
Like my
Very
dancing.
old bones. I think I'm always curious about how people produce music, how people make music, basically sounds. When I'm a very, very curious person. So whenever I watch certain videos like, oh, this person made sound out of just tapping. So how did it go? So I got curious about sound, and I had friends with the AV club, and they're always mixing, and with the band, especially with I think it's good to say, I mean, it's right to say that it all started with the band that I was with in Polytechnic, because they're just like you guys, so crazy about sound, and I'm always about around them, and we're always jamming. So that sort of like sparked my curiosity. And then when things happen, fast forward, I remember when I was recording voices, as in like singing when I was in SBC. So hard to say my yo-yo, no? Those words are so I think I was blessed to be always behind the console with the audio engineer, the recording engineer, while everybody else is recording. So I was just looking and I remember how similar the small consoles and what you see here, and the big one. So the uncle that was there was like, you want to try something? So I think I got it.
That's nice.
Yeah, you can just press that one. When I say press, you press.
Wow.
Yeah,
No,
because I
no.
just sit down, I'm
No.
like staring at it, very stupid, sit behind like this. I was like, sit here, quiet, cannot make noise, just watch. So uncle told her, come, you want to press this button? Okay, press lah. They said, wow. They said, They said, we can move around as long as you don't touch anything. So I was like, what's this? What does this do? And the reel? I was like, oh.
Back in the day, there used to be this thing called magnetic tape
Yes, that's the one.
that you used to record music on.
Yes.
Yeah, and I stood there like, wow, like how the, so it just sparks a lot of curiosity, and then somehow I guess universe put me in where I am, and I went into studying music production engineering. That's why I learned more about mixing audio. Then you just go crazy from there lah.
So by the time you were in Stockholm, you had already
Yes.
some of this
Yeah.
experience already, and over there perhaps you met some folks that help you to kind of gain a little bit more traction.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. That was when I was studying. That happens when I was studying Swedish in folk university. One of my classmates like, oh, I sing. He was like telling me this Italian guy with a very loud sound, you know, say, oh, I sing, blah blah. He was like promoting himself, not talking. And I go like, yeah, I sang too. Oh, then I will introduce you to my housemate, which is Isabella. So when his girlfriend came, he organized a gathering. He invited me, and Isa came and said, oh, I heard you sing me something on the spot. I go like,
Wow.
okay, so I sang. The only thing that comes to mind is the French song La Vie en Rose.
Yeah, okay, let's sing. Okay.
It's okay.
It seems like, from what we heard, it's like you always at the right time, right place with the right
I'm blessed.
people.
I'm blessed.
And then
think I'm
talking
blessed.
about right people, you would like to say hi, people on the Twitch channel. I'll pass you my phone.
And Tia says hi.
Athena?
Athena. Is it Athena?
Yeah, Athena.
Hey, Athena! Ooh. It's okay, you're not late.
And then there are new people on top that you might not know.
Benedict. Hey, Benedict. Benedict Cumberbatch. Taken, sorry.
And the other one?
M. Wickedly. Hiya! So nice to see everybody. Jason. I know this Jason. Jason Itchi. He Itchy what?
Yeah,
I said
itchy backside.
So, okay. Yeah, so right now, let's take a look into our Facebook. Of course, your dear friend Alan Lu.
What did he say?
Now Jurong East also have IKEA.
Oh, I love IKEA. I
Yeah.
love IKEA. I think it all started with IKEA. During the immigration questions when I was applying for my PR, why they asked why Sweden? I said IKEA. And they looked at me.
They were like, okay, whatever.
I'm always curious why their furnitures are so small. Why is it DIY? And I love DIY. I like to work with my hands. I'm very tactile. So yeah, it sort of like answers a lot of questions in my head that I've always had. And then when
That's
I was
so
there,
cool.
I realized Vikings was like, it's from there basically. It's Scandinavian area. So wow, my love for Viking.
Yeah, in Sweden that's basically the Viking folklore and
Yes.
everything.
Poor.
So I will come back to you again,
Sure.
Tini. So right now we're going to go into our next segment, which is only a few minutes. So would you want to play us some tune?
I'll go for it.
Yeah, we'll get Rafi to play us some tune. So do stay for a while he's setting it up. For those just tuning in, okay, I'm Jason Itchi and you're watching ART, Art, Rhythm and Technic. And of course, my co-host is Rafi Dean. And tonight we have a special guest and her name is Tini, just sitting right in front. In front. If you're tuning in right now, you're either on Twitch or on Facebook. All thanks to Singapore Community Radio and to Darren Dubwives. He's right here with us. Yo, I don't think his hand long enough. The other camera. Oh yeah, his hand is there. So, yes, Rafi.
IKEA designs for tiny people. Yeah. Oh, one of my listeners on my podcast.
So later after very quick one, only 50 minutes. Then 10 to 15 minutes. do shuffling.
Shuffle.
And then must stand in one area where you sure guarantee. You go clubbing, you don't even need friends, man. You go there, you know you make bump to friends.
Always go to the front. I always meet my friends there, and then can.
It's like, hey, you, what's up? Yeah.
There's some tunes that you're really into. They just go to the front and like, hey, you're here also.
Yeah, well, of course. This is our usual standing area, lah. Then we can see the DJ, what the DJ is doing, and then we will try to look at the track list.
So always pop your head over.
Yeah, or some of our friends were down there.
Oh yes. That would be me. Too short, one corner.
You know,
one corner.
This is the place that we definitely missed most. Where it was previously was located at Jakim Street, right?
Yeah. I mean back then, I mean we were always at the club like every Wednesday,
our weekend
Thursday,
yeah.
Friday,
This you guys
Saturday.
I'm always my yo-yo.
And like, okay lah, you got recording lah maybe. But those are the days, those are the days. And I think those like sometimes those are kind of the fun times that I remember, and it's always a good time to kind of reflect. Hey, maybe we should kind of bring one of those nights back, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days, huh?
Yeah. But we can look into it.
Maybe. Let us know in the comments, in the chat. Say hi to everybody watching us on Twitch and Facebook.
Yep.
So if you like the tunes that we play, once in a while we play some different tunes. Like we had like a bit of drum and bass last month, and then like today I just decided to kind of play some of my old school style, but relatively new tracks, a bit more of the progressive, a bit trancey kind of vibe.
You can play some of my tracks also.
Yeah, and Tini here also makes her own tracks, right? Which is a nice moment for us to segue into that, right?
So we would like to welcome you back to our second part of our segment. If you're watching us live right now, you're watching ART, and ART stands for Art,
Rhythm, Technic.
and Technic, and it happens on every last Wednesday of the month from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And my name is Jason Itchi. And
I'm
he is
Rafi Dean, and we are here with our special guest, Tini ngstrump. Did I get it right? Ngstrump.
It's okay.
And of course, we like to give
Tini long stockings.
Yes, Ken.
we would like to give thanks and our appreciation to our dear friend over here.
Yay!
Our stream producer, Singapore Community Radio represent Darren Dutwise.
Represent. So we will be coming back for our second segment. Previously, where we left was you sharing with us about you deciding to head over to Sweden because even though you have been to France, and you also been to broadcast, which is the Asimat Yo-Yo in 1980.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, Asimat Yo-Yo, for those that tune in.
Wait, let me correct. People always get this wrong. It starts with Mat Yo-Yo first.
Mat Yo-Yo.
And then Aksi Mat Yo-Yo.
Okay.
And then Club Mat Yo-Yo. And then I think it went back to Aksi Mat Yo-Yo.
And then few years back, the Mat Yo-Yo also came back.
Yeah, that one different story really. Like,
Different story.
Different generation.
Did they approach you again?
You're too old already.
Yeah, the old grandma Yo-Yo.
Dude,
Oops.
You got mother goose, is it? So got mother cat.
sensitive, you know.
Okay, so I mean, you have been to TV broadcasting. You have been musical on the stage. You've been singing live. You've been performing, playing in musical instruments, and you also made a trip to France and to Sweden. And you make the point that Sweden is the place that you missed most.
Yes.
So we'll come back to here. What if all things fail? Things doesn't happen for you to Sweden. What is your fallback?
That's a very good question actually. I'm the kind of person that have lots of plans. Plan A, if plan A doesn't work, there's plan B doesn't work, plan C. And I think guides on be prepared. So you must always be prepared with what's coming. Even though you plan lots of things, sometimes things doesn't go your way. Like for myself, I've always wanted to do music. And I waited 30 years.
30?
Yes.
Not 13?
Not 13, 30. 30 years to be doing what I'm doing now. So you're talking about taking off, is it? Flying off. I want to fly also.
Just
taking
fly.
off, like, yeah. So I waited 30 years. But within that 30 years, I did not stop. I sang, I took part in whatever, as long as something like anything to do with music. And when it comes to like producing, that is exactly 30 years. Until I met Isa, where the lady that asked me to sing on the spot, and then she was really just
Say
crazy.
hi to her again.
Hey Isa, jag saknar dig. Puss och kram från mig, Tini. So she showed me her studio after I sang. Then she was like, as she was showing me her studio, she lived in a villa.
In Sweden.
Yes, in Sweden.
So she's Swedish.
Yes,
Right.
självklart.
Okay.
Very beautiful lady. Very,
Right.
very crazily talented as well.
And you love to go to her place because she
Just want to check out the studio.
speakers. Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Naughty,
Yes.
It's
Continue.
okay, I can bring you around. We can
Yeah.
personal tour guide.
Can.
Yeah. So upstairs.
second floor, it's basically her bedroom, and the rest of the rooms are studios. So she turned the rooms into studios. So I was privileged to have met one of the producers of Ace of Base.
Wow.
He came down. Yeah, he came down and he used the studio that I was working in. So it's the Bali, it's upside down. Usually it's like, oh, I'm working in the studio of the producer of ABBA, Lady Gaga. But this is like, he's working in my studio. He brought in his little gadgets, and I was like, oh. And he was like, oh, Tini, if you want to use any of it, just let me know. I'll show you how to use it. I was like, whoa.
Press all the buttons.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Oh, the goosebumps. Oh my God, is this real?
You're like, oh, I saw the sign.
Yeah, for those who do not know who is Ace of
Oh my
Base,
God.
they were a very, very big group.
It was huge.
Huge.
Man.
Yes,
Huge.
And I
Yeah.
got to meet the teens version of Ace of Base. So they came down to do some recordings. And they're like 16-year-olds, and they're like, whoa, so energetic. I'm like, oh, I was once like that. And I got the privilege to meet the most popular, I think he's like very big in Sweden, Ken Ring, the biggest rapper in Sweden.
Ah.
Yeah, and he's this like gigantic, I'm very tiny, right? He's like this gigantic, like Papa Bear. Hey, Tini, what's burning in the kitchen? Oh, my toast. Hey, Tini, do you have a pen? Yeah, what color you want? It's like, So I got to meet a lot of people. And yeah, so where was I? See, diverse. My brain.
About your music production.
So she showed me around, and she was asking me, so what kind of software you use, So back then when I was studying the audio music production engineering, we were using Cakewalk.
All right. Cakewalk.
So long ago, right? Am I jogging people's memories? Yeah, this girl, this woman, yeah, I feel so old.
Windows 95, yo.
Wow.
Cakewalk.
Okay.
So
Cakewalk
I was-
version 5.
I think so.
I started production using, I think, Cakewalk version probably 4.5 or version 5.
God.
And that was Sonic Foundry Acid,
Oh, that is wow.
which was the
Darren is
precursor,
nodding.
the precursor of what is now Ableton Live, right? So that was they used all these
Oh,
loop-based
that was
music
very
back then.
complex to use. No.
That was back in the day. man.
Imagine the monitor.
The monitor like is this deep.
The tube monitor. Yes.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Yeah, so she opened up went to the studio, and she opened up, this is Logic. She introduced me to Logic, and she said, is this familiar? Does this look familiar to you? I said, yeah, it's a little bit like, reminds me a little bit of Cakewalk. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna show you how to do this. And I was like, okay. Alright, cool. And then she said, alright, so when are you free to come back? It's okay. After the party, went back. Then she contacted me. Said, "Okay, I think it so happened that when I was there, she was submitting tracks to Eurovision competition. So she invited me, and it's like, let's do something together. And we just want to submit tracks. We don't care whether we got selected or not, but we just wanted to submit tracks. So I was there for a couple of days. At that time, I wasn't staying with her yet. I was staying somewhere else. So yeah, it was crazy. One track after one track after one track. she produced all the backtracks, and I just come in as writing lyrics and melody. She just keep on, she test water a bit lah. After that, she sent me one track. Do you think you can do this? Then after that, it's okay. She kind of liked the way I work.
Cool.
And she kind of like so.
Whether you
Very
wayang or
trusting
not,
environment. Right? That's nice.
So, but it was crazy when she said, "So we're gonna submit this to Eurovision competition." I go like,
Oh
okay.
my god.
And the pressure, and it's not only us. There's also another producer that also sort of like used one of his studios as well, and he's also sending tracks for Eurovision competition. So it was really it was
like a
good
track
environment.
factory.
Yeah. It's
That's
like a
cool.
music factory. So to me, to be in that environment, your creative juice just went ping.
Yeah, totally.
And to be exposed to a lot of creative people, and they're not shy to exchange their knowledge, to pass down their knowledge. Have you tried this? Or you try this? You're like, oh, okay, too much information.
Okay.
So to me, if you go back to that question, I don't really have a backup plan. I am doing what I want. I've always wanted to do. So there's no such thing as falling back. This is it. This is what I always wanted, and it took me 30 years to be where I am. And I'm not gonna, do anything to, screw it up.
So, worst case scenario doesn't go well. You're back to Singapore. Are you going to work in IKEA?
I will dig.
Are you going to work in IKEA?
I will dig hole.
You moved to Alexandria, right?
Alexandra not so bad lah.
Yeah, atas place, all the branded cars are there. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, I would love to teach music. Right now, I am really finishing up mastering engineering course.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, again, it all boils down to curiosity. Why is mastering called the dark arts? Welcome to the dark side. And I'm always about the dark side.
Look at me. What am I wearing?
So, wow, that's very interesting. Logic Pro.
Yes, Logic Pro is what I'm using
That will
now.
be your software.
Yeah.
So it seems like you have prepared something for us on your screen, right?
Yeah, this is... Wait, let me take my goggles.
Okay, we're going to switch over to Tini's screen to show you her workflow about from the software that you're using. Is called Logic Pro.
Yeah, thank you there. Jesus.
So nice to have crew around and just for you, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, at home, your own, you do everything yourself. You become the crew, you become this, everything lah pakaleo. So, yeah, so this is one project that I'm hoping to release sometime this year. And
so this we have first
yes,
preview.
you guys will have the first. Yeah,
Nice.
I won't give everything lah. Otherwise, people don't want to be curious anymore. So this is Logic Pro. This is the latest version 10.6. As we all know, I think if you're Logic Pro users, Apple likes to upgrade and upgrade. A little bit annoying. It's like I just started using point, something, and then suddenly like they upgrade to 10.6.
And then suddenly it became very colorful, right?
Yeah.
So irritating.
I love colors.
And I found it annoying. It suddenly become too colorful.
Okay, you can talk to my hand. I mean, the color serves a purpose, not like happy color, though. So it's like I usually like to put things together, like piano, I will give them color, drums, another color. So I know that whenever I see, I know this is my drums. I don't have to look at the section there where this is the inspector. This is where your see lah. Now my brain is somewhere else already. So this is where you will see lah. Like okay, I always get this question about why Logic and not Ableton. And I always get this question, what is the best software? To me, it's about personal preference.
Yeah.
I started with Logic. When I try to cross over to Ableton, it's very good for live performances. But when I really try to go into the session, with Shafiq the other day, I was like, a different world. My brain.
Shafiq, you heard that, right? If you're watching. If not, you can always watch it again.
Always refer to Shafiq if you want, Ableton, So yeah, so it's a different world, and how you use the software, it's all up to you. I mean, I'm not saying that. One of the reasons why I would recommend Logic, because even in professional studios, it's either Logic, Pro Tools, and perhaps now Ableton is coming up. So let's say you have a track and you want to have it mixed in a proper professional kushing studio, they highly likely they would either use Pro Tools or Logic.
That's right.
Yeah, so that is the go-to. So you always have to think beyond think further. Say, okay, yeah, because like I said lah, I'm repeating myself.
Okay, so you have brought some toys. Earlier on, we did show to our friends that are viewing earlier. And then for those who are still tuning in, just tune to us right now. Would you care to share with us what you brought with you today?
My boyfriends This is Launchpad Mini because I am teeny and this is small and mini. Very portable. Very good. Okay. And this is the Launch Control XL, which goes very well with this too. So they're like partner. And I'm a very tactile person. I like knobs. And I like faders.
Yeah, this is it looks
satisfying to turn.
yeah, it's like you.
Yeah.
Can't do that with an iPad, man.
No.
The tactile feeling is totally different.
I mean, it's all up to your preference, really. It's all about preference.
What about those? There's the keyboard that you have labeled with
This is not
colourful.
keyboard, it's a MIDI controller.
MIDI controller.
MIDI keyboard.
Mini keyboard. I also have
MIDI
the-
keyboard.
This is Lepeka 25 from IKL Ticket.
The Lepak
Yeah,
25.
this has travelled very well, actually, very well. My company, my companion on flight. You whip up your Mac, then you whip up this. People will just.
Yeah. What about the other one?
This one?
Yes.
This is my Focusrite, my baby, my
can
audio
see?
interface.
Cannot see.
Focusrite.
Never mind.
Wait,
It's okay.
Can got.
Can, huh? Ta-da. It's the audio interface, USB audio interface.
Yes, audio
Yes,
interface.
one of the most popular audio interface out there, because basically for the price is really good quality.
I just bought. But anyway, different brand. Next.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Focusrite. I'm a big fan of Sennheiser.
Sennheiser
Wow.
Club, HD25 Club.
Yay! Oh, everybody.
Darren, camera shot.
Oh, the HD25 big shot too.
Yay! Darren also.
Darren also. Oh, Darren one.
Yay!
Oh my God. Sennheiser, if you're watching, you know who to pass your gear for us to review, right? Yeah.
Next month show, Sennheiser, please.
Hint.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, so
Mine is special, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was in Edinburgh, everybody had this.
Oh.
So I decided to okay, so I know this is mine. Just in case, I leave it somewhere on the table, so I know this is mine. So nobody can take away my baby away. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, coming back to this, I have friends who are asking me how do I start making music? Where are my inspirations? How do I get started? I think if you have, when it comes to music production, it's a commitment. It's a commitment to your goals. Also, you must know what you want. Why do you want to produce music in the first place? Do you want to be famous? Just for this being famous? Are you like myself, crazy about sound, always curious about putting different sounds together? See, like my hands so like sotong. Or some people just like passion, fame, and that one comes in the package lah. I'm not saying I'm famous,
Yeah, you're on camera right now.
Hello. Yeah. So where do I get my inspiration? It comes everywhere and anywhere. Even right now, I'm talking to you. My brain is ticking, tick, 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 tick. I'm absorbing sounds. And then I will get headache. And then I
you gotta
cannot
output
sleep.
it somewhere.
Yes, and I have to put it somewhere. And can you imagine when if let's say I'm all alone by myself, all the sounds that I get is crazy. So I have to quickly put it down. Otherwise, I'll explode again.
Yeah. Understand.
Yeah. So my inspiration comes from everyone, anyone, and books as well. I have my very first project that I released on Bandcamp, which I have not released it on Spotify. It's only available on Bandcamp.
So I'll paste on. But
Do we have a link?
Yes,
We have a link?
Bandcamp. Wait, I also forget my own link. Shades of TL on Bandcamp.
Shades of TL. Okay, so Jason will drop that in the
Shades of
in the
TL.
chat.
So the very first project that I released is called 50 Shades Project.
Ah.
I was reading the novel 50 Shades of Grey, and as I'm reading through the chapters, I have all these funny sounds that is, to me, it's like the novel is speaking to me in terms of sound.
Cool.
So I decided to make a project out of it. I even wrote to the author and sent her a link. Said, "Look, you inspired me so much, and this is how I interpret your text to sound." Wait, See, I still sotong. Small but big movement. I must tie my hand. Yeah. So that's how the books that I read, the poems that I read, or maybe anything, even from movies. Like my latest project that I released called The Time Traveler, that was inspired by Doctor Who.
Nice.
And the rest in between, I just like, I call it nonsense.
Cool. I'm very interested to hear all the little bits and all the sounds.
If you want to find out and check out my work, you can go to Bandcamp, look for Shades of TL, and I have stuff on SoundCloud as well, where you can find my collaboration with other artists, independent artists as well. So it's you go to Cave Woman Productions. That's the company that under me. I'm a Cave Woman. That's the reason why it's
Cave
called
Woman Productions is your label.
It's my label. Yeah.
Cool. So what kind of? I mean, most people like to categorize in genres.
Oh my god!
So what would be your niche?
That one headache. Yeah, I always have problems when it comes to like uploading, because the genres that they provide is so specific. Because I think how I see my tracks is a blend of a lot of different types of genres. So sometimes you feel like, oh, this one is chill, but no, like not chill, but it's like chill, but it's not chill. Or deep house, but not really
Just
deep
like
house.
post-chill.
It's a I would categorize my tracks, the stuff that I do, mostly is alter new age. It's alternative and it's new age. I think that would be the best.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
Do you have something to share?
Yeah, now I want to hear. So okay, I'll turn off the BGM.
I'm still learning. I'm not.
And then we've got your volume on. So
we learn every day.
If you are on Spotify, I can play something from there.
You're on Spotify.
Alamak.
Only superstar on Spotify there.
No lah, my God.
I got Spotify.
Okay, just look for Shades of TL.
Let me. On Tidal, do you have?
Let's see. What is the best?
Everything is too good, right?
Yeah. When people ask what's your best track, I still don't know. I just write and go.
Shades of TL artist. Yes, I found you on Tidal.
Oh yeah.
On Tidal. Oh my god.
There is
on
you. There's Blizzard, Death of the Star, Electro, Handroid.
Oh, that
Tales of
would
the Time Traveler is available.
Yes, you can click anyone. My favorite track from that project, I don't call them album. I like to call them projects.
Why is that so?
Because they are projects. They're not really album. I don't know. That's me. A bit.
So which track is your star track?
My favorite track is the Time Traveler.
The
I think
Time
that's the one.
Traveler.
See, I write so many, so I cannot remember. No.
No, have.
Yes, have.
Sometimes when I listen back to my tracks to see my progression, not to like, I like to go back to see where I have progressed, areas that I can improve. Yeah, so I like this one.
Where you got this inspiration from?
Doctor Who.
Okay, so
I was watching the season 10, 11, 12.
I must admit, I never really got into Doctor Who.
It's okay.
But they're going to come out with the movie, right? But
They got another album already coming.
I'm not sure whether they're able to make it. Yeah, so anyway.
We'll see.
Let's have a listen to...
So this is the Time Traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Like
Yeah,
you were
so
saying, the little
yeah, the
elements also
of
represent.
Dalek, the TARDIS spinning around, and the Doctor with his sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, can really, the association to the
So a lot
visual.
of my projects have a backstory line. Like there's one project called I can't even remember my own project. The Generation of something.
On this album, regeneration completed.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god, I can't even remember my projects.
okay.
Yeah, so this one, there's a story behind it. It's like, is it this one? Is it this one? I still cannot remember.
I'll play it.
Teruk. It shows project finish.
Nice.
Post,
Sometimes you got too
next.
many tracks, you might not be able to recall.
Post,
yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. This is two.
Okay, so what's the story behind?
This one, it's about a humanoid. Okay, she is a female humanoid built for war. She only knows how to attack, defense, offense, regardless. So she's a war machine, and somehow her spaceship crashed onto a planet, and this planet is full of sandstorms. So she was rescued by a humanoid. But in this, like Star Trek, yeah, probably. So in this on this planet, the humanoids are different from, they're like more like human, not so much like Vulcan, long live and prosper, no, but they have like human emotions. So when this humanoid rescued her, so he tried to like fix her back, and somehow, I don't know, something in while he was repairing her, she has these feelings for this person, this humanoid, and she couldn't compute. Say, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? So there was one part in her being, or her physical thing, whatever you call it, that he needs to find, and he had to leave her to find that specific component. It's very geeky, right? Into her.
Nice.
So as he went
Deep
out,
storyline there.
yeah, as he I'm trying to make an animation of this. See, it's still in the head. So he went out to find that specific component, but he was hit by the storm. So she did not come back for several days. So she went out to look for him, and then God knows what happened.
Stay tuned for part 2 of Regeneration Completed.
And the album cover is actually a MRI of my friend.
MRI of your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's a
see.
brain.
I see it now. Yeah, I see it now. So for those of you who can't see my screen right now, you can check it out on Tidal or Spotify.
Or iTunes.
Shades of TL. Yeah. And the album is called The Time Traveler. Cool. I really like the sounds of that. So is the project that you have on your Logic session now, is it on a similar trend or this kind?
No. This one is probably EDM.
Ah.
I would say. So because I
So
like
Singapore swing.
I like to I want to be as versatile as possible. So I like to explore different genres and challenge myself, because it's not easy. You think you know, but when you really do your own homework and try to find the sound, try to arrange it as how it's supposed to be, it's not easy lah, day. Sometimes it take me days, weeks, months just to produce one track.
Yep.
Because I'm not satisfied, the sound is not right, the instrument I have to keep changing. So this one is a project that I was sort of like experimenting to try to write an EDM.
Okay, let's take a look at your screen. What do you have for us on your screen?
Yeah, goggle lah, must take goggle very early. So let's see. Where's my
So
tape?
what's all this colorful stuff that we are looking at?
Okay, the purple ones, the one on top. This is a piano, and then I have another piano, and then I have the bass, all about the bass, and then I have some synths and more synths just to layering. I mean, to me, less is always more when it comes to producing. Sometimes it also depends on how much the
computer can tahan, right?
Alamak, you see this one, alamak, you know. So you have to be smart when it comes to using Logic. there
Must
are
have logic to
shortcuts.
do that.
Yes, you must have logic to do logic.
It works in a very logical manner.
And ladies do have logic because I am using Logic Pro. So I have like a couple of synths here and a few drums here, just to sort of like layer and give a little bit of weight. And I have some effects, and that's my vocals. I like to. If you notice all my projects, I have very little tracks that I sing on it. I like to use my voice as an instrument. As in like humming, sometimes farting. There's one track, I won't tell you which one. There's a fart.
I hear farting. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I have a fart, then you
Secret.
process the signal, burp, I like to use my voice as an instrument rather than singing. So, yeah lah, you go and find out which one lah.
That's a challenge for you guys watching at home.
Win a
Alright,
prize.
you gotta find the weird sounds. Okay, go and
So-
check it out.
Will you be playing this track for us? to
Why
listen?
not?
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
not?
let's have a listen.
Now
Play lah.
Wah.
Play lah.
Okay. Wait it's playing. Oh, it's circle. Allah! I don't like that circle. Where is it? Why got no sound? Wait let me double check my audio interface. Should be correct, right?
Should we? Just now we connected it.
Yeah,
Is the
connected. Wait let me
volume
see
up?
whether my volume.
Yeah, volume is up.
Alamak. Bodoh.
Please stay tuned while we play the song.
We got no sound eh? Correct one. Oh, connected. It's very loud already. Why no sound? Damn. Can I just play the one that's bounce?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Wow.
Let's see if that works.
Bounce. Where is it? Select so many projects. See? You see so many projects?
Seems like you, with all this project, you are a very, very busy woman. And thank you for your time.
No, thank you for asking me to come by. Always a pleasure.
So, when you got so many projects, do you have a deadline?
Oh yes. When you work for yourself, you must have a deadline. You must be disciplined. So if I'm working on a project, like the degeneration thingy, I had actually 20 tracks, but I cut it down to I think 12, and that in itself take a process because not everything is suitable. Because after a while, you listen, oh, this one doesn't work. This one is good for another project. This one is good for another. So I cut it down. So whatever projects that you see is already available. Each project will have like 15 to 20 tracks.
Wow,
But
that's
it's-
quite a lot.
And it's just a matter of choosing which one
And
that
it's
fits.
not album.
That's why I call it projects.
Projects. So it's like 10 in the release, and then you have 20 in the folder.
Yeah. While waiting for her to get off the track, shall we listen to a regeneration completed? Again? Yeah.
That one, the album, which one is the track that I always go to? Oh, this project, right? There's one, it starts with a shh, something like that. So I was listening, checking. I got shocked myself lah. Bodoh.
Check your sound.
Hey, I got something.
The signal coming in. But track that we're listening to is Regeneration Completed
Yeah.
on Shades of TL. That you can check it out, on the project, the Time Traveler project, not album.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
What does TL stands for in that one?
Yeah, Tini, Longstrong. No? Then?
Tulan lah.
Tulang. Are you
Tulang.
serious?
My favorite food is.
Damn tulan lah.
Oh, tulang.
Tulan or tulang?
Which one?
Oh, also can.
Serious?
Serious.
Got another one in Cantonese I don't want to say.
Oh,
No lah, just kidding. Just kidding.
not tulang.
No, not tulang. They don't
Alamak, kambing tulang.
Ke
No.
soup tulang.
Not
Shades,
tulang.
I would say because I want to show different versatility, different colors that I have.
How pissed you are.
No?
How pissed you are.
Look at all the different layers. The
Yeah.
different layers, right?
Belanja you makan later.
Okay.
Cool. So we managed to get the Logic session working. So we have a sneak peek of this new track that you're working on.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can I hear? Can I hear you also? Oh. Tonight, I need to find the lyrics. Terus ah. Tonight. I must wear glasses. So I work too much on computer. Tonight, I'm reaching for the stars. Tonight, I follow where you are. Gonna go, gonna run, gonna climb, gonna fly, gonna reach. I'm high. Gonna breathe, gonna be alive. Gonna go, gonna run, gonna climb, gonna fly, gonna reach. I'm high. Gonna shout, gonna breathe, gonna be alive.
Happening track, man. With a nice breakdown.
I never sing sitting down, yeah.
It's a great track.
Thank you.
So how long did it take you to kind of
To do this? To do this track?
yeah.
Oh. Homework, 1 month. To find sounds, 1 month. To actually sit down, 1 month. It took me a year.
Wow.
A
That's
year.
quite a process, right?
Yeah, because I'm very specific about the sounds. The problem is when you have a frequency in your head,
You just have to get
die.
it right.
Yeah, you have to get it right. Otherwise, you can't sleep. You can't. Everything just teruk lah. That's me. I don't know about everybody else, but that's how much sounds frequencies affect me. And some of the tracks that I produce is to help me sleep.
That's great, man. I wish I could do that.
To help me sleep, and I get inspired. There was one track, I think in Flight 0925, in one of my projects, I actually composed, arranged everything on flight,
Wow.
On the flight.
on the flight itself.
Ah.
So it's like 16 hours flight from Singapore, or from Stockholm to Singapore. I was coming back. From after check-in, pick up. Cannot, no. Everybody looking blue lah. It's okay, I'm working today. Then check-in, blah blah. Go inside, sit down. Okay, everybody okay? Can use computer already? Okay. So everything was done during the flight back to Singapore.
Wow, and you completed
Yeah.
the track in that 16 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when I touched down, this one scary story. I actually left my MacBook at the airport lah.
Oh my god.
And I
my
realized
God.
it when it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. Jet lag, I was like, okay lah, cannot sleep, right? I have the charger, but where's the MacBook?
Oh dear. So you
Panic.
left it in the airport.
Yes, panic, like ding,
Suddenly
wow.
wide awake, right?
Yeah, I'm already awake. So I was already awake. I was like 10 times awoken. I quickly called the airport. I think I left my Mac. Oh, then they asked to describe what is it like. So it's very specific. Oh, ma'am, we have it.
Ah, thank God. That's like
My life.
your heart dropped.
Really? So okay lah. Since I know that it's there, so it's like 6 a.m. 2 hours sleep. Go to the airport just to pick it up.
That's insane. Yeah, but 16 hours. I've tried before. Where I used to travel quite a bit, and I always like bring my laptop in the impression. I don't know, do something on the plane. I always end up watching movie lah. So props to you, to actually finish a whole track on the
That was
plane.
crazy because it's not that I want to show off though, but I have to get it done. Otherwise, this brain cannot. I need an extra CP.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
So,
crazy.
so this is your.
Oh, wait. Before
Yeah.
that, there's one track called Detain. I can't remember which project. Detain.
Detain.
Yeah, that was inspired. I was detained at Edinburgh.
Oh, what happened?
I have no freaking idea. Somehow, something. I think at that time there were a lot of people were being detained. I was crossing to Edinburgh. Not there. I must find the album.
No, this one is in title, so it's fine. So you're detained for.
So I was detained for 12 hours.
Wow. How was breakfast? How was the coffee?
This one funny, yeah.
Okay.
Come. You.
But do you manage to find out what actually happened?
Yeah, they said I didn't have enough documentations to proceed with my travel.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
But-
was that?
Oh, that was, I think, almost Hari Raya. I think it was Hari Raya. Which year was that? A couple of years ago. I was detained. So, you can't have anything, You're practically like a prison. You're actually like, really, the toilet. And I said, I said like prison. So, you see people sleeping. So, we were like chatting among each other, like, oh, how long ago when you were here? So, yesterday already here. Then, that in itself sparked the sound in my. Then you have no laptop. You imagine? Wow.
Got inspiration, got no laptop. So
I have no
strange.
laptop. I have sounds in
No
my
laptop,
head.
no phone, nothing.
Nothing. Well, go mad, sir. I went mad. So, they deported me back to Singapore because
Deported.
yeah, because I didn't have according to them, I didn't have enough
Wow.
documentations. That was like, what? So I came back, deported already. Got my laptop, straight away to the music.
That's like producer hardcore. It's like
Everywhere is my inspiration.
I need to do my track. Like,
Withdrawal syndrome.
Yeah,
I need to do my track.
So music production is my drug. Is my drug.
Healthy one.
Yes, it's a healthy drug. Make music.
Okay. So, what you have showed us and you sang to us live, was this your latest project?
This is one of my latest project.
Nice.
On the top of this, I'm also coming up with a background music for a storytelling podcast, which is currently in progress.
So talking about podcast, I heard that you also mentioned that you also
Oh
into
yes, I have my
podcast.
podcast. Fika Drottning.
So because of the COVID situation,
Oh,
you
yes.
kind of stuck here as much as you wish that you are back in Sweden, right? So you also share with us that you tried to duplicate your home studio as what you had in
Yes.
Sweden.
Yes. That's what I'm doing now.
Okay, wow.
So it's easy. So whenever I go back there, it's like the flow is smooth. Yeah. So whatever that's there, I put it back here. It's like Geylang and Bedok, no?
Okay. For local, you might understand. For overseas listeners, you can drop us
Singapore and Sentosa.
It's like going to the suburbs and then going back to the city.
So what makes you start the podcast?
Okay, actually, the idea of podcast was implanted in my head when I was already studying in Stockholm. Because I had a couple of friends and they knew that I was making music, and they're like, why don't you come up with a podcast of your music? Back then podcast is not as big as it is now. It was
Back
way
then
back
is when?
2010.
It's already there.
11.
Podcast.
Yeah, but it's not as big
Not
as
so
it is
popular,
now. Not
I
so
think.
popular. But there was 1 year, everything like sangkut what? Sangkut means stuck. I think so. If you read the history of podcast, I so cannot remember. Something like that.
There's one blank period.
Yes, there's one blank period. Sangkut lah.
Okay, moving on.
So it was there. And I was like, okay. And back then also, I didn't really think about it. What is podcast? And nobody sort of like feed me with more information. And I was more into producing music. So when I came back, and then a friend of mine also wanted to start podcast, but because of we have difference in terms of creative differences lah. Yeah, so I decided to just, well, why not? I'm stuck in Singapore. I have this one, try lah. And I've always wanted to be a radio DJ.
Oh, and someone on Facebook also says like, "Wow, you sounds good on radio.
Thank you.
You should be doing your own podcast."
I can voice can lah, face cannot lah.
Never mind. You just imagine.
Just imagine.
Yeah, that's what people pay. That's why people willing to pay when they down.
Your friend,
anyway,
your friend.
your podcast is apparently.
It's called.
It doesn't sound like English.
No, it's not. It's a Swedish word. It's called fikadrottning, and you have to say it in a specific pronunciation.
Fikadrottning.
Fikadrottning.
Fikadrottning. Drottning is queen. Drottning. Drottning.
Drottning.
So drottning is queen. Fika. Drottning.
Fikadrottning. It's like the Finnish.
There's melody, you know, in Swedish.
Fika is kopi.
It's hard to actually describe what fika is. Fika is more like coffee break, but it's more than just a coffee break. It's like you like this. If we have coffee, is fika ready? Or tea? Fika ready? We
Beer?
we spend time together. So
Beer also.
in that
Beer also can lah.
actually, I wanted to sort of like do a book about my favorite cafes in Stockholm or around Sweden, but I'm a very lazy type lah. And my picture taking is a teruk.
So
I'm not like Jason.
So you can talk about it.
Yeah. So I said, and I'm give of gap like the bubble diarrhea like now. No? Cannot stop. Somebody stop me. Yeah. So I decided why not? So I talked about my experiences living in Sweden, my favorite food in Sweden, the cafes that I like to go, and I have a segment where I introduce Swedish words and phrases. So you can learn. I won't go into grammar lah. Grammar, Swedish grammar, I tell you die. You see my hair? Drop. I in that podcast I don't go into like grammatical, just simple words, simple everyday phrases that you can use and impress your girlfriend, boyfriend lah. Say, I guess speak Swedish.
I know a very famous Swedish word.
IKEA.
Expedite and Calyx.
IKEA furniture.
Every DJ in the house, give me a thumbs up.
We're using one right now.
These decks are sitting on an Expedite.
Do you know that the furniture, the names of the furnitures in IKEA is actually either a name of a person or a place?
Oh.
Yeah.
Place.
Nowadays they have a tag that actually describes who is this designer that made this thing.
Like there's this furniture series called Micke, Micke, and my best friend in Sweden is called Mikkel. We call him Micke, like sweet name lah, like manja name, So whenever I see that, I take a picture. Hey, you so cheap.
Oh no. Okay.
Ouch.
No,
Sorry,
we have a very good
Micke.
relationship. Micke. There.
So
Sorry,
your
I love you.
podcast, where can we hear your podcast?
It used to be every Monday, and because due to other works, it's on every Wednesday. For one series or season is 8 episodes, and then 2 weeks break, and then again. So right now I'm in my series 5. Episode number should be number 2 lah, soon coming up
So
soon.
where we can?
Spotify, Apple Podcast, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Amazon, everywhere lah.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice. And I also will be one part of your.
Oh
one of your
yes.
episodes.
I interview him.
About
I can interview you also. Local.
Can.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's nice.
And on top of the Swedish words, I also have English translation, Bahasa Melayu translation, and Chinese whenever my Chinese friend is available. So for non Singaporeans, non-Asian, they can learn something lah.
Okay.
Cool.
Like
I'll
my
check it
Swedish
out.
friend, they know alamak. They know that one already.
They know.
I think
Walao eh.
They know.
Yeah, I teach them.
Do you teach them about TL? TL?
Oh no, they only have to find out themselves. they have to find out themselves.
Okay. Oh, that's a very, very interesting, colorful past that you share with us. That most of the exposures that you had with the media and the music.
Yeah, but I suck in
And-
marketing.
No, overall, what we can see and witness that you and art is never apart.
no.
It's always together.
It's
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having being at the right place at the right time,
Yes.
meeting the right people. Indeed, you are blessed, right?
very blessed. Very blessed.
yeah.
Very blessed.
So,
30
wow.
years don't play.
30 years is a while,
30
you know,
years
to
is
get
a long wait.
to get
So
into.
to be presented to an opportunity, do you think I want to waste it? I will grab it and I will make sure that I don't screw it up.
Totally.
So let's say we are allowed to travel again.
Oh, come to Sweden!
Everybody who are watching, let's go.
I cannot sponsor. I cannot sponsor
No need a
everybody. Yeah.
sponsor, we can organize. You know, we just gather everyone as a tour bus and you'll be our tour guide lah.
I hope the Swedish embassy in Singapore is watching, and the Swedish embassy, the Swedish people, the Swedish government watching.
Normally, how long will you stay there before you?
Before I come back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but nowadays, I stayed there for like almost 10 years. And it was like until after my 5th or 6th year that I came back. Yeah, because I was studying also in Stockholm University. I was very lucky because, you know, I mean, when you put your heart and soul to something, you have a goal. You will find ways to achieve that goal. So I found Stockholm University, I was studying there, and then I met Isa, and here I am talking about it. Wow, so old, yeah. Jurassic Park Museum.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
there's having the passion for it, you know, and not just the passion, but you had the opportunity.
Yeah.
You had the means to
The
stay
motivation,
there
the
for a
drive.
while
Yeah.
to really
Yeah.
hone the skills, go for what you're passionate
Yeah.
about, and that's a blessing. Not everybody gets that opportunity,
Yes,
right?
correct,
So that's amazing chance, and I'm sure. The next flight that's open, you'll
Oh, the first one to
drop
drop.
at a, and
Already.
you'll be bye-bye again.
Finger already there.
In the cart, push cart, all you need
Yeah,
is
all I
pay.
need is just push. Poof. No, but having said that, it's not always rosy. You know, you have to be able to face challenges. You know, sometimes I do think back, like, what the crap am I doing, sia? Say, why am I doing it? You have to look back and see how far you have been. And there are days, frankly speaking, there are days I want to give up. You know, but I tell myself, no, this is what you have always wanted. So I have voices like, you look in the mirror, Dave. But Tini, this is what you wanted, what?
What
Dave.
the?
What the? So it lies on your intention. One, how hungry are you to achieve your goals, regardless whether it's music, it's arts, it's anything. If you have that passion, keep the passion burning.
Drive you.
Join the
That's
dark
drive.
side. Yeah, and it's not easy sometimes when in terms of motivation. For me, the motivation is when someone sort of like really put you down. I had this person, quite I would say very well known person, a producer. When I was sitting down, I said, "So what do you?" I was in his studio. And he was like, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to do music. I want to do this. Hopefully in time I would have my own label." You know what he said? "But you're a girl. You will never succeed."
Oh my
What?
god.
I hung on to that till today.
The
So
gender
every time, yes.
biasness.
So whenever I felt like giving up, I would go back to that. When he said, "You are a girl. You can't do this. You will, it's not for you."
Hantam the burger. Cannot, man. This kind of, I mean, it's that. Besides
so are you willing to face this kind of criticism? So how hungry are you to achieve your passion? If you're very hungry, very starving, famished, don't give up. People will, tell you to give up. People will give you excuses to give up because why? They are not you.
Yep.
In a way, so this is reality, because they want to be you, but they can't break the chain, and they see you doing this, and people will always, these people who are, instead of motivating you, they're discouraging because they want to see you fall. So use this as a motivation to push yourself further. Poof.
And the easiest
Promote.
Yeah.
the
awesome.
easiest way out is giving up. No?
Hello?
Yeah. Everybody also can do that.
Yeah lah.
But to continue on, not everybody can do
Then
that.
you will regret. You know, that regret is one thing that you should not really have in your life. I mean, live life to your fullest. Everybody say that, live life to the fullest. But how you want to live life to your fullest? Motivation, drive, push away all the yada yadas.
Wow.
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. That's very believe in yourself.
Okay, guys, words of wisdom from Tini. Amazing story. Thanks for
thank you for
sharing.
having me. Thank you, Darren.
Do we have time to listen to that track one more time?
Which one? The one that's singing one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to hear that again.
Can we do that once more?
For those who are still tuning in now or just tune in, Tini is gonna sing us live and perform live right now.
Yeah. My audio interface is connected.
Yeah, now you just try and play and then see whether we can receive the signal or not.
Wait, can I?
Oh yes, you need to drink water. Yes.
Always carry 1.5.
Yeah. Keep hydrated, So for those in the beginning, you missed out of our beginning of the show. We were talking about Singapore Art Week. It happened last week, 22nd of January until 30th of January. So if you do not know where to go, what to visit, what to check out, you can always go to artweek.sg.
That's right.
And then the whole art week would be literally a span of 2 weeks, and then it's spread across almost entire Singapore. Right?
Yeah, there's events and happenings going around everywhere in town, especially at the Gilman Barracks and the Tanjong Pagar District Park. So just check out all the listings available on artweek.sg.
So of course, if you prefer to stay home and not to go outside, also they provide a virtual tour or virtual exhibition or even forums or seminars for you to attend live sessions.
Definitely. So to wrap up today, we have an amazing time having a chat with you, Tini. So we'd like to end the evening. We are quite close to the end of our session for this month's edition of ART.
Yes.
So will you take us away with this new song? What's the title, by the way?
Tonight.
Yes, tonight. Tonight.
All right. Take it away, Tini.
Alamak, still got circle. Okay. Tonight, I'm reaching for the stars. Tonight, I'll follow where you are. Gonna go, gonna run, gonna climb, gonna fly, gonna reach up high. Gonna shout, gonna breathe, gonna be alive. Gonna go, gonna run, gonna climb, gonna fly, gonna reach up high. Gonna shout, gonna breathe, gonna be alive. Tonight, Tonight, I'm reaching for the stars. Tonight, I'll follow where you are. Gonna go, gonna run, gonna climb, gonna fly, gonna reach, I'm high. Gonna shout, gonna breathe, gonna be alive. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, Hido! Hido!
Want to say hi to Mervin Wong?
Thank you so much, Tini.
Thank you for having me.
That
Thank
was
you, Darren.
awesome. That
Thank you,
was
Jason.
awesome.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rowan,
Thank you
your
so
brain.
much. Yeah, just everyone that was on Twitch and Facebook live with us this evening. So that was Tini Longstrom. Yeah, I still can't get it right. So she was a great guest with us this evening, and I'm Rafi Dean.
And I'm Jason Itchi.
So see you guys again next month in another edition of ART.
Signing off. Take
Good
care.
night.
Good night.
Good night.